Hello, I am so glad to see you. I was planning on doing a video today in the kitchen showing you how to make chicken nuggets from a can. Well, a piece to my tripod is missing, and so I had to order it, and I won't be able to do that because my kitchen is small and there's no place to really set the camera up where it's going to get anything, and I can't hold the camera and cook at the same time. So that video is going to come tomorrow. A little bit of a detour in my plans, go figure. Anyways, I wanted to talk for a minute about my plans and kind of what I'm looking to do, and kind of what I've been thinking and brainstorming today. So just to let you guys know, I have type 2 diabetes and I'm working on reversing it. And in order to do that, I'm working on some keto recipes and some doing intermittent fasting and just various different things. And my goal is I really need to lose about 50 pounds. And that's that's just kind of where things have to go. I really need to lose some weight and get my diabetes under control and get my blood count, no, not blood count, my glucose down. I never used to go past 125, at least that I saw when I tested, and that was at the pre-diabetes stage. And then just before my cancer diagnosis, I was diagnosed probably maybe 3 months before with type 2 diabetes. And so I was working on, or 4 months, because I was working on, I was working on losing weight starting in November of 2022. Yeah, and then it was in February that I was diagnosed with, what's that, how? Sorry, I have a little bit of chemo brain, and I still mix things up. But at any rate, I was working on reversing it when I got diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So, and I was doing really well. I was losing weight. I was following, the 20 carbs a day to 30, 20 to 30, and it was working. And I was doing it. And I actually found out from the doctor once I was in that I had actually reversed it. I was back in the pre-diabetes mode, but going through treatment, it was really hard to eat. And the doctor was like, just eat whatever you can put down. So believe it or not, the worst possible things that I was able to get down was like popsicles and toast, which toast is not a good diet for a person who has diabetes. That and pasta. But it kept me going, but I wasn't going in the right direction with the diabetes. So all that has to change. And so what I've done is in the last 2 weeks, I have cleared, as I got serious, because I need my blood sugar to go down. I need to. And so I cleared all of the flour, all of the sugar, all of the junk out of my house, which was advised by Dr. Boz, who's also a YouTuber. And she has some really good information. I ordered her, what is it called? Keto Continuum, something like that. Anyways, it's just a little guideline and a sticker on my refrigerator that tells me basically the things I want to be eating. And so I'm going to try to stick within that. I'm not strict keto. I'm trying, but I gotta tell you, I got a little bit of a sweet tooth, but I've learned a few things. I learned how to make keto fudge, which I don't know if that's, I saw like a video that she did that was talking about, game changer or not, and I didn't actually watch the video, but I'm thinking she's against some of this, sweet substitute things. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, So I'm thinking of this probably more dirty keto, but trying, right? get my wins where I can. Once I get to the point where I'm doing better, then we'll work on some other things. But currently, but she did talk about allulose and monk fruit, I think, were the other ones that were okay to use. And so those are the sugar substitutes I've gotten: coconut flour, almond flour, and yeah, and there's certain things in keto that I just don't even like. Things that they're saying are, really good for us to eat, like avocado. I can't stand avocado. I don't like it. I don't like the texture of it. I've tried a couple things. I made some avocado bread, which was really interesting, and it wasn't like the worst thing I'd ever eaten, but I could only eat a very small amount of it before I was like, this isn't doing it for me. I do have some things in the lineup. I watched a video on keto bagel bites, and I'm going to try to make the same recipe but make an actual bagel so I can make a sandwich. That's something that I kind of want to do, and then some other things like that I'm looking at. And I think that would be a good, because that's the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out right now is bread. I use a lot of the low carb or zero carb wraps because I like to have a sandwich from time to time, or breakfast wrap or something like that. And as long as I stay within X amount of carbs, then we're doing okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if people have advice or things that they can, put in the comments, I'm all for it. I'm just learning. And so there may be things that that I don't know that we can help other people with. And that's my goal with this channel, is to help other people. And so anyways, I'm kind of rambling. I should have the piece for my tripod by tomorrow. I'm going to do the canned chicken nuggets and probably a salad or something like that to go with it, and then we'll go from there. And I'm hoping that you'll follow along, because I've just been thinking about it, and I really think that I want to go on a journey where I'm helping people figure out what to eat when you're having to reverse diabetes. But also, and I'm no doctor, I'm going by information that I learned. One of the things that I would encourage people that are in the same situation I am, Dr. Jason Fung wrote the book, The Diabetes Code and The Obesity Code. Both of those books, and from his writings in there, they were really meant to be, the information was meant to be one to the other, right? He started out with the obesity code, and then he wrote the diabetes code. I believe that was the direction or the order that they were written. And the books make so much sense, and I was doing really well following his plan with fasting and whatnot. And so I want to talk about a little bit about that through here too. But I want to, let people know I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just doing trial and error and seeing what is going to work. How can I change my blood sugar? How can I get this reversed and, get healthy? Anyways, I know that's a lot to say, and I've just kind of rambled here, and I apologize. Video tomorrow will be cooking and maybe going over some things and seeing, how this might be helpful for you. Anyways, I hope that you will follow along. I'm sorry this yesterday and today kind of boring videos, just basically informational. Let me know in the comments if this is of interest. I know that there's going to be people that this is going to help, especially people that have gone through other illnesses that really need to improve their health and what they're doing. And I might not do it perfectly, but I think that starting is the best thing to do. We just have to start where we're at. I don't know anything about doing YouTube, so I was challenged to do this a couple months ago. I was watching another video and I was challenged to do this, and I thought, you know, this is something I really need to do. And the biggest thing that was said was just start, just do it. So even if this video ends up getting deleted in a few months when I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I say that for? I just think it's important for me to just start, just make a decision and do it. And we'll go from there. So I hope that you'll follow along, and I hope that it will, you know, encourage you if you're on a journey of trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthier, trying to, you know, maybe you're trying to do the same thing. Maybe you've got diabetes and you don't know where to start. Like I said, I'm no doctor. Check with your doctor on how to do things. I'm not on insulin or anything, so I'm doing things a little bit, you know, what I had started with my doctor before. But I would suggest if you do have diabetes and there's something that, you know, to consult with your doctor. They don't all agree. In fact, a lot of them don't agree with intermittent fasting and keto. They haven't studied it enough, so they don't really know. So, but yeah, I hope that I didn't bore you too much here. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.